You might not have realized it at first, but something subtle is happening. A quiet awareness is beginning to stir within you, a sensation that reality is slightly different than it once was. Things you once took for granted now feel fragile or uncertain. Small moments, fleeting as they may seem, leave you with a sense of curiosity, or even awe, as if the world is nudging you to pay closer attention. Perhaps you have noticed coincidences that feel too precise to be random. Perhaps you feel a sudden pull toward certain people, ideas, or experiences that previously held no significance. These are not mere accidents. They are whispers from your consciousness, signals that your awareness is beginning to shift, that your timeline is subtly bending to meet your evolving self. This is the moment that separates those who remain trapped in the ordinary flow of life from those who are quietly, almost imperceptibly, stepping into a new reality. You may feel as though the ground beneath you is simultaneously familiar and strange, as if life is both predictable and yet tinged with new possibilities. You notice patterns forming that once seemed invisible, and a sense of synchronicity begins to emerge. Things fall into place in ways that surprise you, or perhaps opportunities appear when you least expect them. This sensation, this quiet recognition, is the first sign that you are beginning to shift timelines. At first, these experiences may feel disorienting. You might catch yourself questioning whether you are imagining it all. You may feel a tension between what your mind knows and what your intuition perceives. Old habits of thought, conditioned fears, and deeply ingrained routines tug at you, trying to anchor you to the reality you have always known. And yet, even as these old patterns attempt to hold you back, you feel a pull, a soft, irresistible nudge, toward something greater, something more aligned with your true essence. This is the gentle but undeniable signal that your consciousness is preparing to step into a more expansive state of being. It is important to understand that noticing these shifts is not a reward for effort or discipline, nor is it an accident. It is a natural consequence of the alignment between your inner self and the universe's vibrational frequency. Life is quietly responding to your readiness, showing you glimpses of a new possibility with the subtle signs that something extraordinary is unfolding. You might begin to notice moments of clarity that feel like sudden realizations, or encounters that carry unexpected wisdom. Perhaps a song lyric strikes you with profound meaning, or a phrase overheard in conversation resonates with your current inner state in a way that feels uncanny. These moments are not random, they are markers of a reality beginning to align with your evolving consciousness. As this awareness deepens, you may notice a growing contrast between your old self and the self you are becoming. The old self clings to limitation, fears uncertainty, and seeks control through familiarity. The new self, emerging quietly, embraces possibility, flows with intuition, and trusts in the unseen currents of life. You might catch yourself dreaming more vividly, imagining realities that feel real in ways they never did before, or sensing opportunities that were invisible in the past. This contrast is not a cause for worry, it is the natural tension that occurs during transformation. Every small sign you notice, every shift in perception, is a signal that you are stepping out of the stuck patterns of the past and into a timeline rich with potential, one that mirrors the deepest desires and highest visions of your soul. Even though the changes are subtle at first, they carry immense significance. They are the early tremors of transformation, the gentle vibration of the universe responding to your readiness. To see them is to acknowledge that your consciousness is evolving, that you are beginning to navigate life not as a passive observer, but as an active participant in the creation of your reality. There is a quiet magic in this stage, a sense of being both grounded and elevated, aware of the ordinary world yet attuned to the extraordinary layers beneath it. Recognizing this moment and honoring it is the first step toward consciously navigating the shift. It is an invitation to pause, to observe, and to cultivate awareness of the signs that life is giving you. Each synchronicity, each wave of intuition, each moment of resonance is evidence that your timelines are aligning, that your consciousness is tuning itself to a higher frequency. By acknowledging this awareness, by allowing yourself to feel it fully without judgment or doubt, you open the door to a deeper engagement with your own potential. The universe is not holding back, it is simply waiting for you to notice. And the fact that you are reading this, feeling these words resonate within you, is proof that you are already noticing. You are already shifting. As you begin to sense the subtle shifts in your reality, it becomes essential to understand the signs that indicate your consciousness is moving into a different timeline. These signs are rarely loud or dramatic. They are gentle, nuanced, and often easy to overlook. Yet, if you pay close attention, they reveal themselves like soft footprints in the sand, traces of a deeper reality that is quietly unfolding around you. Recognizing these signs is not just an intellectual exercise. It is an invitation to awaken, to attune yourself to the language of the universe, and to acknowledge the ways your inner world is starting to harmonize with the infinite possibilities waiting for you. One of the most common indicators of a timeline shift is the sudden appearance of synchronicities. You may find that numbers repeat themselves, phrases echo in your conversations, or events coincide with an uncanny precision. These moments are not coincidences. They are signals that your consciousness is tuning into a different rhythm, that the universe is responding to the subtle vibrations you are emitting. Synchronicities create a feeling of wonder and resonance, reminding you that you are not merely moving through life randomly. Every encounter, every message, every alignment is a reflection of your inner state, a mirror showing you the quantum threads of reality weaving in accordance with your awareness. Another profound sign is a heightened sense of intuition. You might notice that your instincts, which were once easily dismissed, now carry undeniable truth. Decisions that previously required lengthy deliberation now arrive with clarity, almost as if an invisible guide is gently steering you. This intuitive awareness is the voice of your higher self, alerting you to opportunities, cautioning against pitfalls, and gently nudging you toward experiences that resonate with your evolving vibration. When you begin to trust this inner knowing, you will notice that your life begins to feel more fluid, more aligned, and far less chaotic. The old sense of doubt and confusion starts to fade, replaced by a quiet confidence in the unfolding journey. Dreams also begin to take on a more vivid, symbolic quality. You may find that your subconscious mind is actively communicating with you, presenting scenarios that feel profound or strangely prescient. Sometimes these dreams are filled with symbolic guidance, revealing aspects of your inner landscape or offering glimpses of realities that are on the horizon. Paying attention to these nocturnal messages and even journaling them can help you decode the subtle language of the universe, allowing you to navigate your waking life with greater insight and alignment. Emotional resonance is yet another sign that your timelines are shifting. You may find that certain experiences, people, or situations stir deep, almost unexplainable emotions within you. A song, a conversation, or even a fleeting thought might evoke feelings of recognition, nostalgia, or longing that seem disproportionate to the moment itself. These emotional triggers are not random, they are the universe drawing your attention to the aspects of your life that are ready for transformation. They act as emotional compasses, guiding you toward experiences and environments that support the frequency you are moving into, and away from those that no longer serve your highest good. Alongside these signs, you may notice a subtle realignment of your desires and priorities. What once felt urgent or necessary may now seem trivial or unimportant. Conversely, ideas, people, or pursuits that previously seemed distant or unattainable may now feel magnetic, drawing you in with an almost gravitational force. This shift is the universe reflecting back to you the alignment of your inner self with your outer reality. It is a natural consequence of vibrating at a higher frequency, one that attracts experiences, opportunities, and relationships that mirror your evolving consciousness. Time itself begins to feel different during a timeline shift. Moments may stretch or compress, and you may find that you are more aware of the present than ever before. Past events, once viewed with attachment or regret, lose their hold over you, and the future appears as a canvas of infinite potential rather than a predetermined path. This fluid perception of time is not a quirk of imagination. It is a sign that your mind is beginning to perceive reality more holistically, recognizing the interconnectedness of all moments and the ability to influence outcomes through conscious intention. Many people also report an increased sense of clarity or discernment about the people and environments around them. Relationships that were once stable may begin to shift, either deepening or dissolving naturally, reflecting the energetic compatibility required in your new reality. Your intuition may guide you to environments and connections that feel aligned with your growth, while gently releasing those that no longer resonate. This process is a natural part of the shift. It is not about rejection or loss but about making space for a reality that better reflects the person you are becoming. Physical sensations may also serve as indicators of change. Some people experience heightened sensitivity, a tingling energy, or subtle shifts in bodily awareness as their frequency aligns with new timelines. These sensations are signs that your energetic system is recalibrating, that your body is becoming a more accurate vessel for the consciousness you are embodying. By paying attention to these signals, you can learn to navigate life with a heightened awareness, responding to shifts within and without with grace and intention. Finally, there is often a sense of inevitability that accompanies these signs. You may notice a quiet, underlying knowing that your life is moving in a direction that feels destined or meant for you, even if the path is not yet fully visible. This sense of inevitability is not about resignation but about trust. It is the awareness that the universe is unfolding in alignment with your readiness, that your consciousness is co-creating reality in a way that is both profound and deeply personal. Recognizing these signs requires patience, observation, and trust. As you begin to notice the signs of shifting timelines, there comes a deeper, more profound realization. You are ready for quantum reality. This readiness is not about achieving perfection, mastering every technique, or having complete clarity about every step of your life. It is an inner alignment, a subtle resonance between your consciousness and the infinite potential that surrounds you. It is the quiet, undeniable sense that the person you are becoming is capable of navigating a reality where thoughts, emotions, and intentions are not just reflections of experience but powerful creators of it. The first indication of your readiness is a growing awareness of your own power. You may have once believed that life happened to you, that circumstances, other people, or fate dictated the flow of your days. Yet now, even in subtle ways, you feel the emergence of a different truth, that your consciousness carries the capacity to influence, attract, and shape your reality. You notice that the energy you radiate, whether joyful, fearful, or hopeful, leaves traces in the world around you. This understanding does not require external validation. It is felt deeply, in moments of quiet reflection, in the resonance of intuition, and in the subtle synchronicities that appear when you least expect them. You are beginning to understand that your readiness for a quantum shift is not something to be earned. It is something you embody naturally by being conscious of your inner state. Another key aspect of your readiness is the fading of old patterns and limiting beliefs. As your consciousness rises, you begin to see the ways you have held yourself back, through fear, self-doubt, or the persistent need to control outcomes. These patterns, once powerful, now feel increasingly irrelevant. You may notice moments when you hesitate, only to find that the fear has lost its grip, that the habitual resistance to change is no longer compelling. This is the mind and heart synchronizing with the higher frequencies of possibility, allowing space for transformation to occur. Your old self, with its attachment to certainty and resistance to the unknown, is gently being replaced by someone who trusts the flow of life and recognizes the creative power inherent in every thought and choice. Readiness also manifests through your alignment with your desires. The things you once wished for with a sense of longing or desperation now begin to feel attainable, as if the universe itself is waiting for your acknowledgement to make them real. But the shift goes beyond mere wishful thinking. Your readiness lies in the subtle alignment between what you desire and who you are becoming. You feel drawn toward experiences, relationships, and opportunities that resonate with your inner truth. This alignment is both magnetic and effortless. You do not have to push or force the world to comply. Instead, you learn to trust that when your consciousness is tuned, the world responds in kind. This is the essence of quantum reality, the understanding that your inner alignment is the precursor to outer manifestation. At this stage, you may also notice a heightened capacity for discernment. You see clearly which thoughts, habits, or patterns serve your evolution and which do not. You feel a natural inclination to release what no longer supports your growth, even if it has been familiar or comforting. This discernment is not about judgment. It is about resonance. Your consciousness begins to act as a filter, allowing only those experiences, people, and circumstances that match your elevated frequency to remain. This clarity, combined with a gentle letting go of what is not aligned, signals that you are ready to move into a timeline that mirrors your highest potential. An often overlooked sign of readiness is the deepening of your self-compassion and patience. As you become aware of your shifting consciousness, you recognize that transformation is not instantaneous. You honor your journey, understanding that even moments of fear, doubt, or stagnation are part of the process. You no longer harshly judge yourself for past mistakes or perceived shortcomings. Instead, you approach your growth with curiosity, openness, and gentle encouragement. This attitude not only supports your inner evolution but also strengthens your ability to co-create with the universe, because creation thrives in a state of receptive, loving awareness rather than resistance or tension. Your readiness is also reflected in your relationship with uncertainty. Where the old self might have recoiled from ambiguity, you now feel a growing comfort with not knowing every outcome. The unknown no longer triggers fear but becomes a canvas for possibility. You may notice a subtle thrill in imagining multiple potential realities, understanding that your choices and intentions guide which possibilities manifest. This comfort with uncertainty is essential in quantum manifestation, for it allows you to move fluidly between timelines, unbound by rigid expectations and open to the creative potential inherent in every moment. Energy sensitivity often accompanies readiness as well. You may find that you are increasingly aware of subtle shifts in your surroundings, the emotions of others, or even the flow of energy within your own body. These sensitivities are not burdens, they are tools. They enable you to navigate your environment with greater awareness, attune to the signs of alignment, and make conscious choices that reinforce your highest path. This energetic attunement signals that you are capable of operating in a quantum reality, where the unseen forces of life interact with the intentions you hold and the frequency you maintain. The readiness for quantum reality is further demonstrated by the expansion of your imagination and vision. You may find that your mind naturally explores possibilities that once seemed impossible. You envision not only personal success or fulfillment but also a life that embodies meaning, connection, and purpose. These visions are not idle fantasies. They are glimpses of the potential realities available to you, provided you maintain alignment with your inner truth. The universe responds to these clear, vibrant visions, amplifying their manifestation as your consciousness continues to resonate with possibility. Finally, perhaps the most profound indicator of readiness is a sense of inner peace that coexists with excitement. You are aware that transformation is underway, yet there is no frantic struggle. Instead, there is calm certainty that the shift is happening, even if its full expression is not yet visible. This peace arises from trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust in the universe. It is the quiet confidence that your consciousness is capable of navigating new timelines, that you are prepared to engage with life in a way that is both empowered and aligned. In essence, being ready for quantum reality is not about achieving external milestones or fulfilling rigid expectations. It is an internal state, a harmonious alignment of mind, heart, and energy with the frequency of possibility. Your awareness of subtle shifts, your willingness to release old patterns, your trust in the unknown, and your capacity to envision and embody your highest self all converge to create readiness. You are, in this moment, poised to step into a reality where your intentions, emotions, and choices are powerful co-creators of the world you experience. Recognizing this readiness is vital because it marks the threshold between passive observation and active participation in your own evolution. The signs you have been noticing, the synchronicities, intuitive nudges, and emotional resonances, are all confirmations that your consciousness is prepared to navigate a quantum reality. The old self, rooted in limitation, gradually recedes, while the new self, aligned with possibility, emerges to guide your journey. By embracing this readiness, you not only acknowledge your capacity to shift timelines but also step fully into the co-creative role you were always meant to inhabit. Now that you are aware of the signs and understand your readiness for quantum reality, it is time to explore practical ways to anchor yourself fully into the shifted timeline. These are not rigid instructions or a strict formula, but gentle practices, conscious choices, and subtle shifts in awareness that allow your consciousness to resonate with the reality you are moving toward. Each step builds upon the awareness you have cultivated, guiding you to embody the energy of your new self and align your life with the possibilities you are beginning to sense. One of the most powerful tools for anchoring into a new timeline is visualization. This practice is far more than imagining what you want. It is about feeling, embodying, and experiencing the reality you desire as if it is already here. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and allow your mind to paint a detailed, vivid picture of your shifted life. Feel the emotions of joy, fulfillment, and alignment as though they are already present. Notice the sensations in your body, the way your surroundings support your growth, and the ease with which opportunities flow into your life. Visualization is effective because it trains your consciousness to recognize, attract, and respond to the frequency of your desired reality. The more consistently you engage in this practice, the more your mind and energy align with the world you are creating. Journaling is another transformative practice that supports timeline shifting. By writing down your experiences, insights, and intentions, you create a tangible record of your inner evolution. Journaling allows you to track synchronicities, notice patterns, and articulate your desires with clarity. Begin each session by reflecting on the subtle shifts you have noticed, the intuitive nudges you have received, or the dreams that have lingered in your awareness. Then, write your intentions in the present tense, as though they are already unfolding. This act of recording your alignment strengthens your connection to the quantum flow and provides a roadmap for conscious creation. Energy alignment practices are equally essential. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs carry vibration, and aligning them with your desired reality amplifies your ability to shift timelines. Techniques such as meditation, breathwork, and energy clearing help you release resistance and raise your frequency. Meditation allows you to quiet the chatter of the mind, creating space for intuitive guidance and clarity. Breathwork invigorates your energy system, clearing blockages that may have kept you tethered to old patterns. Energy clearing, whether through visualization, sound, or movement, removes lingering attachments and creates a clean energetic foundation for new possibilities to emerge. By consistently practicing these methods, you cultivate an internal environment that naturally attracts and sustains your desired reality. The conscious choice to release limiting beliefs is another cornerstone of practical timeline shifting. These beliefs often operate below conscious awareness, shaping behaviors, decisions, and perceptions in ways that maintain the familiar but stagnant reality. Begin by observing thoughts that arise around your worthiness, capability, and potential. Question their validity. Replace self-doubt with affirmations rooted in truth. I am aligned with my highest path, or I am capable of creating the reality I desire. These affirmations are not mere words. They are energetic declarations that recalibrate your subconscious mind, reinforcing the alignment between your inner state and the reality you wish to manifest. A profound yet often overlooked practice is cultivating gratitude and presence. Shifting timelines requires more than focused intention. It requires your consciousness to vibrate in harmony with abundance and alignment. By practicing gratitude for the subtle signs, the opportunities, and the synchronicities that already exist, you amplify the frequency of attraction. Presence, meanwhile, ensures that you are not distracted by worries of the past or anxieties about the future. Being fully present allows you to recognize and act upon the signs of alignment, creating a feedback loop where awareness and action reinforce each other, accelerating your transition into the new reality. Interacting with your environment intentionally is also crucial. The people, places, and activities you engage with either support or dilute your alignment. Begin to notice which relationships and environments resonate with your evolving self. Seek experiences that amplify your energy, inspire creativity, and foster growth. Let go of patterns, habits, and connections that feel draining or misaligned. This does not mean judgment or rejection. It is about creating a life ecosystem that mirrors your desired frequency. By consciously curating your environment, you reinforce the quantum shifts occurring within, providing external reflection of your internal alignment. Another essential practice is mindful action. Quantum manifestation is not solely a mental or emotional endeavor. It requires tangible, conscious steps that reflect the reality you wish to inhabit. Notice opportunities and intuitions that arise, and take inspired action rather than forcing outcomes. These actions should feel natural, effortless, and in resonance with your inner guidance. Whether it is pursuing a creative project, deepening a relationship, or engaging in personal growth practices, mindful action grounds your shifting consciousness into physical reality, creating a bridge between intention and manifestation. Integration of these practices is strengthened through patience and consistency. Timeline shifting is rarely instantaneous. It is a gradual unfolding where subtle awarenesses compound over time, leading to profound change. There will be days when you feel fully aligned and other days when the old self resurfaces. These fluctuations are natural and necessary, part of the process of recalibrating your consciousness. Approach each day as an opportunity to practice alignment, recognizing even small signs of progress as proof that your consciousness is actively participating in the creation of your desired reality. As we arrive at the conclusion of this journey, it is important to pause and reflect on the transformation that has already begun within you. From the first subtle signs of awareness to the recognition of your readiness, and through the practical steps that guide your alignment, you have been gently yet profoundly moving into a shifted reality. This is not a moment of achievement in the conventional sense, nor is it a final destination. It is, instead, an acknowledgement that the process of quantum manifestation is ongoing, fluid, and deeply personal. By noticing, by aligning, and by taking conscious steps, you are already living in a reality that resonates with your highest potential. The journey you have embarked upon is one of conscious co-creation. The old self, tied to fear, limitation, and habitual patterns, may still make its presence felt from time to time. Yet the difference now is that you are aware. Awareness is the gateway to choice. You have learned to recognize the signs that your consciousness is shifting, to trust the subtle guidance of intuition, and to take steps that anchor you in alignment with your evolving self. Every moment of noticing, every action rooted in intention, reinforces the reality you are creating. The contrast between your old self and your new self, the stuck reality versus the aligned reality, is no longer a source of conflict but a map showing you where you have come from and the infinite potential that lies ahead. As you continue on this path, it is essential to maintain a sense of presence and gratitude. The universe responds to the frequency you hold, and by cultivating awareness of the synchronicities, opportunities, and alignments in your life, you reinforce the energetic flow that supports your transformation. Celebrate the small signs of progress, the intuitive insights, and the moments when life feels effortless. These are not mere coincidences. They are confirmations that your consciousness is actively participating in the creation of a reality that mirrors your intentions. Integration is key. The practices you have explored, visualization, journaling, energy alignment, conscious release, mindful action, and connection with your inner self, are not one-time exercises but ongoing tools to support the maintenance of your shifted reality. Life will continue to present challenges, distractions, and moments that test your alignment. Yet with awareness, patience, and trust, each of these experiences becomes an opportunity to reinforce your frequency and deepen your co-creative power. Finally, remember that this is not a journey you undertake in isolation. The universe, in its infinite intelligence, is responsive to your consciousness. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions interact with unseen currents that shape the world around you. By living consciously, by noticing and nurturing alignment, and by embodying the frequency of your highest self, you create a reality that is not only extraordinary for you but contributes to the collective vibration of existence. Step forward with trust, curiosity, and an open heart. Allow yourself to feel the subtle yet profound shifts that are already taking place. The new timeline, rich with possibility, is not somewhere in the distant future. It is here now, waiting for you to inhabit it fully. You are already shifting, already aligning, and already participating in the creation of a reality that reflects your deepest truth. In every breath, every choice, and every moment of awareness, you are living the proof that quantum manifestation is real, and that your consciousness is capable of extraordinary transformation.